Down a long stone driveway hidden deep in the Georgia countryside, there's a house where the sound of crickets meets the twang of a guitar string. This isn't just any southern ranch. It's where Travis Tritt, the outlaw of country rock, escapes the world to live life on his own terms. What secrets lie behind the oak trees, beside the old barns, and inside the walls of this 2,800-acre retreat? Today, we step inside the private world of a true Southern rebel. Before the platinum records and the Grammy-winning hits, before the roaring arenas and sold-out tours, Travis Tritt was just a boy with a guitar and a stubborn dream, one that started in the quiet town of Marietta, Georgia. He was born James Travis Tritt on February 9, 1963, into a modest working-class family. Sundays meant church, and it was there, listening to the choir perform "Everything is Beautiful," that something stirred in his heart. At just 8 years old, he picked up his first guitar, not with lessons, but with raw instinct. By 4th grade, he was performing Annie's Song and King of the Road for classmates, and soon for the entire school. But what makes a child believe he can become a star? Maybe it was the praise from peers. Maybe it was the uncle who taught him chords late into the night. Or maybe it was the way music made sense when everything else felt uncertain. Teenage years brought reality. Part-time jobs at furniture stores and supermarkets, long hours, tired hands. But always, the guitar stayed close. And so did the doubt. His father said he'd never make it. His mother thought he should stick to gospel music. But Travis knew the road would be rough. He just didn't care. At Sprayberry High School, heartbreak birthed his first original song, "Spend a Little Time." Friends didn't just listen, they believed. That quiet encouragement pushed him to form a bluegrass group, and when they took second place at a local competition with "Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys," it was more than a ribbon. It was a sign. Still, success didn't come easy. Travis worked for an air conditioning company by day, played dive bars at night, and lived with his mother after his parents divorced. He was chasing a dream in cowboy boots and calluses. Then came Danny Davenport, a Warner Brothers records executive who heard something in Travis's voice others had missed. They recorded demos together, one of which became "Proud of the Country." That tape didn't just open doors, it broke them down. Warner Brothers Nashville signed him in 1987, and by 1989, Travis released his first single, "Country Club." It didn't just chart, it stayed on the Hot Country Singles chart for 26 weeks. The follow-ups? Even bigger. "Help Me Hold On" hit #1. "I'm Gonna Be Somebody" and "Drift Off to Dream" swept the airwaves and the hearts of fans hungry for something real. Suddenly, the man who once sold couches was selling out arenas. But he didn't look or sound like the others. He wore his hair longer, his boots dirtier, his lyrics grittier. He blended country with Southern rock, drawing comparisons to Hank Williams Jr., Joe Stampley, and even Bob Seger. Critics called him reckless. Fans called him refreshing. Travis just called it being himself. And then, like all true legends, he found his second gear. The 1991 album It's All About to Change sold 3 million copies, spawned hits like Here's a Quarter and Anymore, and launched a Grammy-winning duet with Marty Stewart, The Whiskey Ain't Workin'. Tritt wasn't just making music. He was shaking up Nashville's old guard unapologetically. But fame didn't change him. Georgia still called him home. And while many stars moved to California or built glass mansions in Music City, Travis dreamed of something else entirely: land. Not just any land, wild, open land. A place with horses, fire pits, fishing ponds, and room to breathe. He wanted a ranch, one that felt like his songs, raw, rooted, and fiercely Southern. And when the moment came, he bought it. All 2,800 acres of it. So what does life look like today for a Southern outlaw turned country king? Let's saddle up and find out. Ranch in Georgia. The first thing you notice isn't the size. It's the stillness, a kind of sacred calm that settles over the land like a warm Georgia fog. This isn't just Travis Tritt's home. This is his heart made visible, carved into 2,800 acres of green pastures, whispering pines, and winding trails that seem to sing as the wind rolls through. Tucked between two major cities and just a breath away from the nearest airport, Travis's $18 million Georgia ranch is a world apart. A place where time slows down, where the only traffic is deer crossing the driveway, and the only deadline is sunset. The journey begins on a 3,000-foot-long stone driveway, a regal path that meanders through hardwood trees, fields of wildflowers, and magnolia groves. At the end of it stands a plantation-style home, not a reproduction but a restored 1800s masterpiece, brought back to life with reverence and detail. Inside, history and hospitality dance in every room. Wide plank hardwood floors stretch beneath high ceilings, while original wood paneling wraps each space in warmth. 5 bedrooms and 5 full bathrooms offer not just space, but serenity. The fireplaces still crackle with life, and every corner invites you to sit, stay, breathe. The kitchen is a marvel. Top-tier appliances hide behind farmhouse finishes, where marble meets maple, and every drawer seems to hold a story. Here, Travis and his family have likely stirred pots of gumbo, sipped sweet tea, and laughed until midnight under copper light fixtures that glow like fireflies. But it's what lies beyond the front porch that makes this ranch feel like a country kingdom. There's a quaint honeymoon cabin, small and simple, with a covered outdoor fireplace and soft string lights that shimmer like stars. It's rustic romance at its finest, a place where songs are born and memories are made. Then, there are the 3 guest houses, each fully furnished, tucked among the trees, offering privacy and charm. Perfect for family, friends, or fellow musicians looking to escape the chaos of tour life. Still not enough space? Tritt thought of that too. There's a massive 90 by 80-foot guest lodge, complete with a full kitchen, entertainment area, and multiple bedrooms, ideal for Saturday football gatherings or Southern-style family reunions. And if you're wondering where Travis hosts bigger events, step into the 75 by 55-foot dining and conference hall, a refined, rustic venue built for storytelling, strategy, and Southern suppers that last well into the night. But this isn't just a home. It's a working ranch, rich with opportunity and designed for adventure. There's a 200 by 100-foot horse arena for equestrian rides at dawn, a skeet shooting range for crisp morning sport, a 135 by 45-foot tractor barn that stores the machinery that keeps the land breathing, even an 80 by 50-foot kennel for hunting dogs, ready to roam the nearby woods. Travis doesn't just live on the land, he lives with it. Dotted across the property are fishing ponds stocked with bass and catfish, duck blinds, quail fields, and deer feeding zones, all connected by a network of carefully maintained roads. This isn't luxury for show. It's Southern elegance with dirt under the nails. Lived in, loved, and lasting. It's not hard to imagine Travis stepping out onto that wide porch at sunset, guitar in hand, strumming a verse into the evening air as horses trot in the distance and a fire crackles just out of frame. Because here, under the Georgia sky, he doesn't need to be anyone but himself. And yet this isn't the only place Travis Tritt calls home. Up north, in his hometown of Marietta, sits another kind of sanctuary. One built not for boots and barns, but for comfort, craftsmanship, and Southern sophistication. Mansion in Marietta. Just outside of Atlanta, nestled on a lush 1.3-acre estate in Marietta, Georgia, stands a home that speaks to a different side of Travis Tritt. If the ranch is his wilderness, wild, free, and expansive, then this mansion is his retreat, refined, rooted, and perfectly measured. From the moment you pass through the gated porte cochere, this $5 million custom-built property begins to reveal its secrets. The front elevation is traditional and timeless, but inside, it's clear. Every detail was made for someone who has walked the line between rebel and royalty. Step into the grand foyer, and you're met with exquisite millwork, gleaming hardwoods, and an air of southern charm that's been reimagined through a modern lens. Natural light floods in through oversized windows, washing every surface in warmth. But what truly sets this home apart? The heart of it all, the kitchen. Designed for a chef, yet inviting enough for family breakfasts and late-night songwriting, this state-of-the-art culinary space boasts dual quartz islands, Wolf brand appliances, and a butler's pantry so vast it could stock a tour bus. It's a space where cornbread and caviar coexist, where Sunday biscuits meet rock and roll leftovers. Adjacent to the kitchen, the main floor primary suite is a sanctuary all its own. Here, Travis finds stillness after the spotlight dims. A cozy sitting area with its own fireplace offers comfort after long days on the road. The ensuite bathroom? Think marble, spa-like serenity, and separate walk-in closets that echo with stories from decades past. But the true surprises lie upstairs. The second floor transforms into an entertainment wing unlike any other, a space designed not just to impress, but to inspire. There's a home gym fully outfitted for staying stage fit, a sauna to soothe tired muscles, a private guest suite with a luxurious bath and balcony, and the crown jewel, a custom bar and indoor golf simulator where Travis and his buddies can play a few rounds no matter the weather or the season. Step outside, and the saltwater pool glistens like a gem in the backyard oasis. Surrounded by manicured gardens and shaded patio space, it's a haven for summer afternoons with the kids, twilight barbecues, and maybe even the occasional underwater cannonball, because even country legends deserve to splash. And tucked discreetly to the side, a 6-car garage, more like a gallery than a garage. Each vehicle has its place, its story, and soon we'll get to those. But here, they rest behind mahogany doors, cared for with the same attention Travis gives his guitars. This isn't just a house, it's a chapter in his life, a place to come home to after the shows, a space where family gathers for holidays, where guitars lean against leather chairs, and where the melodies that shaped a genre are still being written, quietly, deliberately, between the cracks of everyday life, because even a rebel needs roots. And in this Marietta mansion, Travis Tritt found a home that balances the chaos of fame with the comfort of Southern grace. He's never needed pyrotechnics to make a statement. For Travis Tritt, the real power has always been in the voice and the verses. And over the decades, that voice has built more than anthems. It's built a legacy and a $35 million net worth that speaks softly but carries weight. The journey to that quiet fortune didn't come through quick fame or flashy branding. It came through consistency, conviction, and country grit. Today, his wealth allows him to live on his own terms. Whether it's raising horses at sunrise, golfing in his private simulator by afternoon, or writing songs by firelight at night. No flashy headlines, no desperate comebacks, just steady, grounded, Southern success. But for a man who's earned so much, how does he choose to give back? The answer lies not in the spotlight, but in quiet gestures of heart and heritage. Philanthropy. For all the stages he's stood on, all the awards that glisten on his shelves, some of Travis Tritt's most meaningful moments have never been televised. They've happened in quiet corners of charity golf tournaments, backstage at benefit concerts, and in heartfelt pleas shared across his social media, calling for help, not for himself, but for others. His journey into philanthropy didn't begin with a campaign. It began with compassion, forged in the same Georgia soil where he learned to work hard, speak straight, and care deeply. One of the most notable causes close to his heart is the veteran community. A frequent performer at benefit shows for the Charlie Daniels Journey Home Project and Shepherd's Men, Travis helped raise over $300,000 in a single Atlanta event to support returning soldiers. For him, it wasn't just about singing. It was about standing shoulder to shoulder with those who had sacrificed everything. And that was just the beginning. He's also been a recurring figure at the Waltrip Brothers Charity Championship, a high-profile event supporting causes like Feed the Children, Motor Racing Outreach, and the Steve Burns Memorial Fund. There, between holes on the green, Travis traded his guitar for a golf club and still managed to move hearts. His generosity spans even further, to organizations like the American Cancer Society, where he's performed private concerts to raise critical funds. To him, the reward wasn't applause. It was knowing that a song could help fund someone's treatment, that a melody might ease someone's pain, if only for a moment. When Hurricane Helene battered the South, Travis didn't just send thoughts and prayers. He used his platform to rally donations, urging fans to give, to support, to care. His words were simple, his tone steady, but his message clear. We're in this together. That's the kind of Southern man he is. Not loud, not performative, just genuine. Because at the core of Travis Tritt's music is a belief in people, in second chances, in helping your neighbor. And when you listen closely, you realize every song he writes, every cause he supports, echoes with the same heartbeat: community. And while his giving comes from the heart, his greatest joy comes from home, where love, family, and a deeply personal rhythm guide his everyday life. Let's step into that now. Personal life. Behind the outlaw image, behind the stage lights and Southern swagger, Travis Tritt lives a life that's quiet, grounded, and deeply devoted to the things that truly matter. At the center of it all is Teresa Nelson, his wife since 1997. Their story isn't made for tabloids. It's made for campfire songs and Sunday morning walks. Together, they've built a world that's rich in the things money can't buy: trust, faith, and time well spent. They're parents to 3 children, 2 sons and a daughter. And while Travis may be known for riding high in country stardom, his proudest role has always been dad. He's there for birthdays, for school milestones, for backyard barbecues and long talks on the porch. And more than anything, he's present, a rare trait in a world that moves too fast and forgets too much. His daughter, Tyler Reese, has even followed in his musical footsteps, and the two have performed heartfelt duets, their voices blending not just in harmony, but in heritage. For Travis, singing beside his daughter isn't just music, it's a legacy unfolding in real time. At home, Travis still rises early. You'll find him feeding the horses, walking the trails, or casting a line into one of his fishing ponds, not for sport, but for silence. He splits his time between the wild embrace of his Georgia ranch and the refined comfort of his Marietta mansion, choosing not between 2 lives, but embracing both. And somewhere in between, there's always music. He still writes, not always for albums, sometimes just for himself, a lyric scribbled on a napkin in the kitchen, a melody hummed in the truck, a verse that finds its way to paper between family dinners and Falcons games. And speaking of football, Travis is a lifelong Atlanta Falcons fan, often seen cheering from the sidelines, his voice louder than the crowd, his loyalty unshaken even in tough seasons. It's not just a pastime. It's a reminder of who he is, fiercely loyal, deeply rooted, and unapologetically Southern. He rarely chases the spotlight these days. Instead, it finds him in charity events, on acoustic stages, in interviews where he speaks more about gratitude than gold records. And perhaps that's what makes Travis Tritt so enduring. Not just the music, not just the fortune, but the man who walks his land as if it were sacred, who holds his family close and his values closer. Who knows that the real treasure isn't in awards, but in quiet evenings, fire crackling, dog at his feet, family by his side, and the Georgia wind humming a song only he can hear. If this journey through Travis Tritt's world, from the Georgia pines to Grammy-winning stages, has struck a chord with you, don't let it end here. Hit that like button, subscribe for more stories of legendary lives and extraordinary homes, and share this video with someone who still believes in real country music and real country living. Because sometimes, the best stories begin when the music fades and the front gate swings open.